If you could do that.
It was exciting, but then it like slowly, like back in the day, you hear stories from the 90s where a guy's like, I got a $750,000 holding deal.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, yeah, I went there and I got like a shitty agent.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get anything.
It's like all you get.
I was so excited, though. I remember it being so exciting. But you're right, nothing happened afterwards.
I got an agent, and then the guy, you know, when you're signed with an agency, like the big guy comes in to like close it.
Yeah.
They're like, this is like the big dog at our agency. And I was like, oh, shit. And then I was like, so that guy's my agent? They're like, yeah. and then I was like, whatever happened to Fred? They're like, oh, he left. He just went to another agency.
Yeah.
So I'm like, within signing me, like 2 weeks later, he went to like UTA.
I'm out of here. I'm gone.
I was like, he was like the guy.
That's so fun.
I was that stupid.
We have a friend who, I'm not going to say his name, but he did Montreal and had a bad set and lost his manager.
No.
So he went to Montreal and lost industry.
Wow.
Lost representation.
Jesus.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
He must have been really bad.
He's good. He just it was like one of those industry nights where they're all in their Blackberries, no one's listening, and he just tanked, and they're all there to see one hot guy.
Yeah.
That guy skyrocketed, Matt Rife. And then all the other people, they're just waiting, like, oh, who's this douche? Get out of the way. And then they bombed.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was better off. He's better off. You don't want that manager.
Yeah. The person that gives up on you immediately.
Yeah.
After one bad set. I'd love to hear your honest, I know you guys are always honest, but your honest. Anytime I talk to stand-ups or do stand-up podcasts, I feel like stand-ups kind of shit on improv a little bit.
Yeah. No. I
literally at the same time.
No.
100%.
But not good improv people, though. I mean, I think...
Right.
Look, here's the thing. If you're great at improv, it's like, that's insane. But I've seen... It's like... It's kind of like magic. You see someone who's bad.
That's exactly what I say. Oh, I'm talking about magic in general, just the idea of like when you pull it off. But it's the same with you guys when you have a great stand-up set and everything's going.
There's
dude,
so much bad stand-up.
How are stand-ups, you know, how are we portrayed outside of stand-up? We look like the corniest.
No, stand-up, no, because you can point to 1,000 movies. You can point to 1,000 specials. You can even point to Pryor or Steve Martin. You have different versions of stand-up. And in improv, before Middleton Schwartz, there was only like one real special out there. And then there's a documentary on a team called TJ and Dave who are great. But it was a doc kind of, and the other one was like Ass Cat, which was a UCB show, but it was on Bravo and it was shot different. So it wasn't really what they do. So like, we never had something we could point to, like a Kevin Hart special. Or
we had Who's Line. I know that's super mainstream.
But that's short form. I do that totally different. So that's like, it's like quick little jokes as opposed to like...
So you're like building something.
Yeah, like we do. So if you ever watch a special, it's an hour and a half, like almost a play. We do an entire hour. We talk to an audience member for 10, 15 minutes. For Ben Schwartz and Friends, what I did this year was I asked the audience, tell me about the most exciting day or night of your life. And people raise their hands and we pick someone that doesn't seem fucking bananas. And then we ask them, they tell us a story about the most exciting day or night of their life. And then we say, thank you so much. They don't talk for the rest of the show. And then we improvise for 70 minutes.
Jeez.
Yeah. And we try to do like the whole thing. And now I'm trying to give an intermission because I'm kind of learning that to give even more show, and people like going and getting a drink and like we never gave an intermission, but now like the venues are also like, they would appreciate it and stuff like that. So we're doing 2 halves. So we're doing 2 tiny shows. But by the end of the second one, we're calling back everything from both
shows.
Yeah.
Are you ever up there when you're like, are you ever like, no, that's bad. Give me someone else?
When I'm interviewing the audience, all the time.
Yeah.
Because I can also tell when, like, if they're telling us a story, like there's an example of, I was like, tell us the most exciting day in our life. And the guy's like, it was in Chicago. We're playing the Chicago Theater. And he goes, dude, when the Cubs won the World Series, I was like, amazing. Were you there? He's like, nope, I watched it on my TV. And I was like, okay, did anything happen? He goes, I watched the game, my man. And I was like, well, we have to do this for an hour and a half. We need, like, tell us a story or like, you know,
right.
Who are you around or blah, blah, blah. So it's like, so I learned really quick. Like, oh, this isn't going to be good, or this person's really excited and not really doesn't have anything to say, but I'll like politely go to someone else. But the most I'll go to is probably 3 people or something like that. And then I'll be like, all right, we got to figure out something from these 3.
Have you ever had one of those, because you've done a million shows, I assume.
Yeah.
You ever had one of those ones like, there's good, there's great, and then one is just magic.
Yes.
Everything just comes together. I did improv for like 10 minutes. And
did
even
you?
I had somebody told me if you're going to do stand-up, you should do an improv class just to learn how to riff.
This is great. Where'd you take an improv class?
The Pit.
Yeah, I performed at the Pit when I first started. Who's your teacher? Nice.
He was an old kooky guy.
Armando Diaz.
Maybe.
He's not kooky, but he's like he's like the veteran over there.
He was low bar.
Oh,
I don't
he's
even
like
know.
the guy that like their forum's named after Armando Diaz.
Yeah. Okay, this
like
guy,
amazing.
he's intro. He probably was an intern that they gave us. But it was bad. But first thing I noticed was improvisers are supportive. Comics like, get out of my way, you piece of shit.
Open mics at stand-up were like,
Oh,
they're just not listening. Like,
ruthless.
The guy I tour with, who's like now one of my best friends,
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
Yeah.
We started out, bad, but no, my friend Gary Veter just saw me spacing out during a open mic set at Maui Taco, and he goes, "This fucking asshole's not listening." How I met him.
Really?
And we were on a show the next night, and he goes, "I'm really sorry." And I was like, "Nah, I get it."
Oh, I saw how much bigger you were. I was like, sorry about that. He's a little guy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
But yeah, it was, first of all, it was crazy supportive. That's when I knew I was like, this isn't for me. Because I didn't care about any of them, but they were super nice. And they're like, oh, you need a place to go to Thanksgiving? And I was like, ugh.
Oh, you mean like in life they were supportive?
Both, everywhere.
That's great. This makes me so happy for my community.
Yeah.
And you're scared of it. You hate it.
Well, it just wasn't, I knew it wasn't
How were
my
you
scene.
at Improv? Were you I bet you were you're trying to get the laughs, so you're not thinking about the scene.
Exactly.
Whenever for people who start or stand-ups that start, like, they'll break the scene to make themselves look funny. Like, if I'll be like, man, it's cold out here. They'll be like, no, it's not. And I'm like, well, it's like, now you got a joke and the scene is over, but now that joke is over. We could
We're like
build
ball
something.
hogs.
I wasn't that bad. I hate the negate guy. That guy's, get rid of him. That guy's a problem. The negate guy. The real N-word.
I think it's crazy that you had no one to look for, for what you want as a career.
People don't get paid. People don't really get paid for this.
True.
You guys have 1,000 examples of people getting paid.
Exactly. Like there was a trajectory. Like what did you think your career?
We perform for free. We probably shouldn't get into this too much, but at UCB, I performed for free for my entire career. From 2003 to 2009, I never got paid for a show. And then at the beginning, this is why I think it happens. At the beginning, nobody's coming to my shows. Literally nobody.
Sure.
But I'm still able to get up and do 30 minutes of improv. So like they're not making money at all. They're losing money off me. And slowly, as I got better and better, and the shows got better. Say it again.
The word got out.
Word got out. People started being like, oh, you should come see this guy or our group or Hot Sauce or Shitty Jobs or something. And then now we're selling out every show, but still not getting paid. But in my head, it's I don't even know how much is this. So when you go to a Comedy Cellar, how much do you guys get paid?
We shouldn't put it in there. Yeah, well, yeah,
right.
that's what it would cut that out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Beep it.
Yeah.
Why, you think that's bad?
It's weird. I feel like they look bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a week.
Per set.
Yeah. Weekend. It's
and then you guys will try to fit in a bunch of different sets.
few.
Yeah.
But I think the deal in our head at this point is like we're trying shit.
Yeah.
When you're
of course.
starting out, that you got to kill every set.
Yeah, it's got to be so much pressure. You must have been way more nervous before than now because you can bomb and not care now.
100%.
You still care, but
still hurts.
it still feels bad.
Yeah.
But it's like you look. Did I get a new bit? Like we were honing a joke. A joke set for like a week for this roast.
Yeah.
And we were really like, you
Tweaking.
have to really be hard on each other because we'd never worked together on a set.
Right.
So we're
Really?
like, yeah, we've never gone up together. So we're like, we'll just I'm like,
Wait, what was that like then? Because you guys both have specials. You guys both have your own thing.
Yeah.
Is it weird? This is you guys.
Completely new and different, but we've worked together for 15 years on jokes, but this is the first time we went up together and told them. So you have to be like, that one's not hitting, or you got two killers, I got two weak ones, we got to swip and swap.
Do you ever share a joke? Someone sets it up and the other one punches, or no? It's always I do my bit, then you do your bit. I do my bit, you do your bit.
We tag each other, but we didn't
We didn't want to get too Sklar brothery.
Yeah.
We wanted to keep it stand-up-y, kind of. Not that they're not stand-ups, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't want to finish each other.
Love the Sklar brothers. Did you like, also huge Knicks fans or huge basketball fans? You're huge sports fans. Would you want to do it again? Or no, you hate it?
Well, the show was I feel like we came prepared. The show was a little unorganized.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the risk you take.
Right.
I think we could do it again if we
wanted to.
wanted to.
Yeah. It was a good
secretly
experience.
hate each other?
Yeah, it's
Completely.
rough.
Well, we used
You've
to
barely looked each other in the eyes.
Well, that's I can't look people in the eye. That's
Really?
me, not him. Yeah.
Why not?
It's too intimate.
He's gotten better though.
I'm doing it with you right now.
Try look me in the eyes.
I'll kiss you.
No, you won't. Talk to me for 2 seconds. Just say it.
Kiss him.
Oh my God.
Kiss him,
All
dude.
right.
Why? What does it feel? It just feels like
It's too. What are we gonna hug? Are we gonna? say I
we're
love you?
talking to each other.
Well, I'm listening. If I look in the eye, I'll listen less.
When you do stand up, where do you look?
Right over the head.
Never look at anybody. In the eye.
Well, that's different because I think when you look at the audience, they go, ha ha.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with
I
that.
don't want to force a laugh.
I hate when I see the audience. I love when it's totally
Same.
dark.
Same.
I love when I hear for me, if it's like a big show, I come out after all these shows. I've probably done 2,000 shows by now, but it's like after all these shows, like I'm not nervous anymore unless it's like a big one, like unless a biggie is coming up. But I'm always, whenever I get my first laugh, I'm fine. I'm so comfortable. I just to know like, oh, okay, we're here, we're gonna have fun. And I feel like a part of what I do, I remember Jim Carrey used to say this also, is trying to make the audience feel comfortable. So it's like at the beginning when I come out there, because for improv, they're going to make it all up on the spot. It could bomb. Oh my God, I'm nervous for these guys. I come out, I talk to the audience for 5 minutes, just talk to them. And then I invite the people I bring on my show, which is 3 people, whoever I change it per show. And then we all talk to the audience. And then I do the interview. And now everybody's fucking calm. The audience knows what's going to happen. They're relaxed. We're relaxed. And then we do the show. And it always helps.